What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to a new video, and in today's video I'm going to be giving you guys my honest opinion on Halo Infinite. This video will be broken down into 3 parts. Part 1 will be graphics, part 2 will be level design and missions, and part 3 will be some details that I liked and disliked. So let's get into it. Okay, so let's talk graphics, and I feel like graphics are a huge topic right now in the Halo community for Halo Infinite. Are the graphics good or not? Personally, I don't think they're good. I feel like they could have made them way better. They could have used a different engine, like for cutscenes. They could have made the cutscenes look really realistic, but you can kind of tell that it looks cartoonish in a way, just a little bit cartoonish, kind of like plastic. Like if you take a look right now, the Master Chief cutscene in Halo 2 Anniversary. This is the first mission. This is amazing. Like, this looks so good. I love it. It's a really good cutscene. It's one of the best. But then if you take a look at Halo Infinite, same, Master Chief and everything with Unity Marine, but they don't look realistic. I feel like in Halo 2 Anniversary, the characters look realistic. Like, the Marines, everything looked really, really good in the cutscenes, but in Halo Infinite, the cutscenes don't seem too good. Now, don't get me wrong, I feel like Halo Infinite is gonna have, decent graphics, good lighting fixtures when the game is fully polished and it comes out during the holidays. But one thing I dislike a lot is the loss of the military style Halo you always used to have. If you take a look at Halo ODST, Halo Reach, Halo 2, Halo 3, they all had like this military feel, and I just loved it so much. But I feel like that's just kind of gone from Halo Infinite. Now, if you take a look at Halo ODST and Halo Reach, the games look kind of dark. Like right now, Halo ODST, I mean, the atmosphere is amazing. It looks so good, but I don't get the same vibe from Halo Infinite. And obviously, this is the first mission. Maybe they'll do something like that in future missions, because we only saw like 8 minutes of the first mission. But I'm hoping they kind of make the game, like the atmosphere, kind of like Halo ODST and Halo Reach, because I love those atmospheres. They felt really nice to play through, and it was just awesome to just be there in the moment when it's like all dark and everything. The sky's dark, and it was awesome. I loved playing Halo ODST and Reach. Alright, so next up, let's talk brutes. And I'm at a loss for words when it comes to the brute textures that they have for the character models for brutes. I have nothing to say. I mean, like, take a look at the screen right now, guys. Craig, I mean, this huge, joke that, like, Craig and stuff, and it's like this brute, and seriously, this guy, I mean, this is embarrassing. Are you guys kidding me? Like, what is this? Why can't, why couldn't they have done something like Halo 3 or Halo 2 brutes? I mean, come on. Halo 2 brutes look amazing, like, seriously. But if this is what we're gonna have, then, like, I'm disappointed. I'm genuinely disappointed. Like, if you compare in Halo Infinite's brutes and Halo 2's brutes, I mean, seriously, how can you even like, if this is what it's gonna look like, man, embarrassing. And like the armor on the brutes looks horrible too. I mean, there was like some fan made armor concepts for brutes, and it's way better than 343's. I mean, seriously. I'm just at a loss for words. I don't have much to say about this, but man, it just sucks so bad. And now I just kind of want to talk about the weapons. There's a bunch of new weapons, and that's basically what they showed off in terms of weapons. The only old weapons you had were the assault rifle and the Magnum. But this time they got a couple new weapons, and the only thing I'm kind of disappointed with is the shotgun. And I read somewhere on a post that the Bulldog shotgun, I believe that's what it's called, it is replacing the old shotgun, the legacy shotgun. And the Bulldog shotgun, it doesn't sound that strong. Kind of reminds me just like of the shotgun from Halo 5. Same sound, kind of resembles it. And it also looks a lot like the Haymaker or the Brecci from, or Brecci or Brecci. I'm not sure what it's called, but from Black Ops 3. They kind of look a lot similar, really, really similar. Um, but yeah, I'm just really disappointed in the shotgun. And also, they changed the Magnum. I feel like the Magnum changes like every single game. Every new game that comes out, the Magnum's different. Halo 1 you had this one, Halo 2 you had this one, and then so on. But that's basically all I really have to say about the weapons. I'm not really disappointed with the weapons. However, I'm not too overly thrilled with them. So now I want to talk about level design and missions. And as you guys know, Halo Infinite will be open world. It's gonna be a huge. You have first of all you have a map that you can access and stuff, and it tells you where you have to go, where the three towers are and stuff, and you have to take them out. When it comes to open world, I only see really one thing that I would really like, and if they actually do this, then I would love it. But collectibles, if they add collectibles to the game, like audio recordings, maybe messages or something like written on the wall, or maybe like dead Marines or something. I mean, they had that back in like Halo ODST, Halo 3, like they had that in basically every game, and I think that's really cool. They could also add, like mini plushies or something like just collectibles, like anything. Like you could find a collectible of Cortana or the Didact, like any character from Halo. I think that would be really cool and give a good feel to the game. And you could have something to do, and you could also make gamer score from that. I think that would be a pretty good idea. Next, I feel like the open world aspect, it's gonna work. I'm glad that they are making something new with the game. It's not gonna be linear. The missions will be linear, and you don't have a choice, you have to do them. But in the game, it's not gonna be as open world as you think. It's just gonna be a big map, and I'm guessing you're gonna have to travel on your own from one place to another. Am I happy with that? And not really. I don't want to say that I hate it, because maybe when the game comes out I'm gonna like it. Who knows? I don't want to say that I hate it, but when I heard it was open world, I'm like, man, I hope they could. What would be really cool? They could do customization, kind of like Reach, where you keep playing and you unlock parts or something for Master Chief, and then you customize them. Like you could switch his helmet or something, and then could make him like a customizable character, basically, kind of like an RPG. I think that would be pretty cool, and maybe like since they have like the grappling hook, maybe there could be other power-ups in the game that you could pick up and swap them out for the grappling hook. I think that would be pretty interesting to see, and yeah, that's all I really have to say about level design and missions. So first thing I want to talk about is how Halo Infinite is delayed until 2021. And the initial release date was this holiday 2020, but now it's 2021, and honestly, I'm not mad. I don't know how you could be mad at that, because they're taking the time to work on the game. I'm kind of sad because I really wanted to play Halo, whatever they would have, but at the same time, once the game in 2021, once it releases, it's gonna be fully polished, it's gonna look good. It won't be There shouldn't be any glitches. It'll look great, and hopefully they take the criticism that the community gave and kind of work on that, especially the graphics. I mean, Jesus Christ, the graphics are terrible. I hope they fix that, and I feel like that's the main reason they delayed, is because it's gonna take a while to work on the graphics, so they're gonna have to take a whole year to work on that. Next up, I want to talk about Sprint, and Sprint is a huge topic in the Halo community, and honestly, I'm really glad that they still have Sprint. It just amazes me how people think that a Spartan, a super soldier, should not sprint. The only reason I feel like people say this is because they have a little nostalgic feel for old games, so they don't want to sprint. I mean, Halo 1, 2, and 3 didn't have sprint, and then and Halo ODST didn't either, and then you had Reach, you had 4, and then you had 5, which had sprint, and I really enjoyed sprint. I thought it was easier to just get around the map and multiplayer and whatnot. Obviously, sprint was also like a power up, so in Halo Reach you couldn't actually, you would either choose, I don't know, armor lock or sprint, and I like that. That was fine. You kind of like have a choice, but when Halo 5 had sprint for everyone, I thought it was amazing, and it was awesome. It just made the game feel more fast. I feel like previous games were a little bit slow when it came to multiplayer, and I also enjoyed that. I didn't have anything against that, but now it kind of fits in today's world of, or today's video game world of, every game has sprint, every game has a form of sprint, and I feel like Halo 5 executed sprint very well. When I first saw sprint in the Halo Infinite demo, like, I was really glad that they added it and that they kept it. I mean, this is gonna be a huge map, guys, and you're gonna need sprint. You're gonna have to get around the map somehow, and sprint, it's one of those ways that you could do it. You could obviously like take a Warthog or something, but sprint, it's just I'm so glad that they kept it. I am so glad. Another thing I want to talk about is that Halo Infinite will be free to play multiplayer for everyone. I think this is huge. About time. Xbox got a free-to-play multiplayer game, and I mean, this is awesome. I'm just so glad. I mean, Halo Infinite is an exclusive game to Xbox. I think it's really, really cool how they're gonna make it free-to-play too. So that's pretty big news. Alright guys, that's the end of the video, and I hope you guys enjoyed the video. So I just wanted to say before I go how, I think Halo Infinite will be a very good game. I mean, you guys know they're taking an extra year to work on some things, and I think the game's going to be good. Don't get me wrong, this is just a couple of things that I just did not like about what we've seen, and I have full confidence that they will release a very, very good game. They've learned from their past mistakes, and they will make a good game. I assure you, and I think it's going to happen. So that's all I really have to say, guys. Leave a like if you guys enjoyed, subscribe if you're new to the channel, and I will see you guys in the next video. Peace out.